While statistical applications are widespread, one of the best ways to learn about statistics is to look closely at an example and then to apply what you've learned yourself. Students for a Better Earth is an organization of students of all ages formed to study and improve the environment. One of the projects involved the recycling of glass. Glass recycling was readily available in the community, and separating glass from your trash is a relatively simple task. The organization's goal was to determine how much glass the average person consumes each week and how much of that is recycled. Students for a Better Earth felt this was important research that might influence public opinion in the area, since the recycling of one glass bottle saves enough energy to light a 100-watt light for 4 hours. Statistics would play a very important role in this study. The students couldn't talk to everyone in the community, so they had to find a method to summarize and make predictions about the community in general from those people they could talk to. To begin, the students first broke up into 2 groups. One group would call people on the telephone and ask questions from a survey regarding whether or not glass recycling was practiced. Another group would visit people in person to conduct the survey. Both groups would conduct their sampling at random. To ensure that the people they surveyed were picked at random, phone numbers and addresses were randomly chosen from the total population in the phone book. The goal of the organization's research is to determine several things. First, what percentage of the people in the community are recycling glass? How much glass do people use each week? Do people who recycle glass consume more or less glass than people who don't? And finally, for those people who don't recycle, why don't they? Do they not know recycling is available? Do they think it's too much trouble? What are the most common reasons for not recycling? To answer these questions and to share their findings, Students for a Better Earth began their sampling effort. The telephone sampling group called 1,000 people over a 3-month period. They asked each caller a number of survey questions. The door-to-door sampling group interviewed 100 people over the same 3-month period. They asked the same survey questions, but they also added 2 additional activities. They asked each household to count the number of glass products they had in the house. After the 3-month period, the 2 sampling groups go together and begin to compile their data. With the help of a computer, the data was carefully entered and double-checked for accuracy. First, a table was put together with the survey questions and the number of responses for each question. To compare the 2 sampling methods, door-to-door versus telephone surveys, the data from each group was kept separate. Out of 1,000 people called at random, 383 said they recycle glass. This was translated into a percentage, 38.3%. For the 61.7% that didn't recycle, the reasons were varied. 17% said they didn't have time. 33% said they didn't know glass recycling was available. 20% didn't know glass could be recycled, and the remaining 30% could be classified as having other reasons. The door-to-door sample produced different results. 45% said they recycle glass. For those that didn't recycle, a surprising 25% said they planned on starting to recycle very soon. Another surprising result of the door-to-door sample was that people who recycled tended to use more glass products. To further summarize and communicate their findings, the tables were translated by computer software which generates charts. Various charts were produced which graphically showed the results of the survey. One of the most interesting of these charts was the bar chart for number of glass products in each household. Each bar represented a certain number of glass products, less than 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, and on up. The height of each bar represents the number of people who fit in each category, depending on how many glass products they had. Since the surveyors wanted